it up to performance of the year. So this is an individual game where a player just went above and beyond what was expected of them and just absolutely led the way. I think the first one that I'm going to throw up is Meath ladies in that semi-final, Emma Duggan's performance, particularly in the last 10 minutes. Just clutch score after clutch score, dragging Meath, kicking and screaming to the final. She really led the way for them at times where the chips were down, really.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was an extraordinary performance. Like, and obviously against Galway as well. I remember she got a vital point in that game as well. Like, so she's been kind of key to Meath's success this year. Yeah, like individual performances. I mean, Connor Glasses versus Clare was very good, I felt. Damien Comer's performance versus Derry in the semi-finals, very, very good performance. Obviously, Shane Walsh in the final against Kerry, 9 points, I think he scored that day. It was really, really good. You could kind of pick out nearly any of David Clifford's games, really, like from club championships. I mean, I think there was one game with Fossa where he scored like 3-6 or 3-4 or something nuts like that. Yeah, like, and obviously that's in the junior championship, but it still can't be understated. Like, yeah, it's a tough one, really. I mean, Shane Walsh's performance versus Kerry was just so good. Like,
that was unbelievable.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, considering how good defensively Kerry had done all year, and the fact that, you know, he was able to just turn his man inside and out, score 9 points. And one of the points as well, I remember, was just unbelievable. Like, barely even of a wind-up as he kicked the ball. It was like he was just, you know, kicking the ball on the beach or something like that. It was just so comfortable for him. And, yeah, so I'd probably go with that one, maybe.
Could this one be a shout, though? Killian McDade's performance against Armagh in the All-Ireland quarter-final. That was outstanding performance. I mean, we're talking about clutch moments. Killian McDade's equaliser to send that game. You know, I think was it to extra time or was it to penalties where McDade? I think it was to penalties. McDade hits a boomer, you know, deep into the last minute.
And he got a goal in extra time.
Yeah, he got the goal in extra time. What a player! And like you talk about breakout star, McDade's performance in that quarterfinal, unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it was like, and I think in the Galway Armagh game, I think he scored 1-3 in total, and like 1-1 came in extra time or something. So yeah, no, he was. It was an unbelievable performance from him. Like that day, he was exceptional. And yeah, obviously his performance as well. Like in the final, the semi-finals were very, very good. Trying to think of other players, maybe at club championships who've done very well.
Rod Hegarty in the All-Ireland final against Kilkenny.
Yeah, that's a good show, actually. Yeah, scored 2 goals, wasn't it, in the final?
Yeah, unbelievable. Like, you think about the first goal that he got, and he hit a few points in the first half where it was like, oh, just stop, will you? Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, and he's probably the biggest clutch player in hurling because he actually had a fairly quiet year up until that game.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, he got a goal in the Munster final. So, like, it's interesting with him. He's a bit like, he's better than like Kevin McManaman, like in terms of if you're comparing, like, you know, if you get my gist there. But like in terms of moments, clutch moments, he reminds me a bit of that, where like he could be quiet for a couple of games, but then in a big game, he'll just show up out of nowhere. And obviously McManaman was sort of more coming off the bench as opposed to doing it from starting, but kind of definitely some similarities there. Like so many big clutch goals, big moments that people will remember Hegarty for, you know, and that's like at the end of the day, that's kind of what you want to be remembered for as well, you know.
No, I think he was outstanding. I think I'm kind of similar to you in the way that I think I'm going to lean towards Shane Walsh. I just think that performance against Kerry in that All-Ireland final was just completely off the charts. I think Emma Duggan, again, deserves a shout out. She was fantastic when the chips were down for Meath. And, you know, obviously them going on to win that All-Ireland, I think massively deserves a lot of credit goes to her. Yeah, I think Shane Walsh for me. That performance, you know, like considering he was leading the charge. I mean, we have to think back that day as well. Damien Comer didn't have his best game by any stretch of the imagination. Robert Finnerty wasn't at 100% either. And Shane Walsh just carried on taking the fight to Kerry and carried on leading Galway. And I don't think you can underestimate just how brilliant he was. Killian McDade and Emma Duggan are very, very, very close to taking it, though, I have to say.